Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! On an evening such as this, I should be out celebrating the new year, but I've chosen to celebrate it with each and every one of you because the Descendants and Zombies fandom seems to mean more to me than words could ever say. Thank you so much for making 2025 a year that I know I will never ever forget because of the memories we shared in and we created together. Because together we created something special for every fan of Descendants and Zombies. Hi to somebody new out there who may be watching one of my videos for the very first time ever because you did a YouTube search tonight about Descendants and Zombies. It is my honor to join you in your living room this evening on your phone or your tablet to talk with you about Descendants and Zombies. Thank you so much for choosing this video and clicking on my thumbnail. It is my honor to be in your presence to showcase your favorite stars, your heroes pretty much, the way they've forever and always been meant to be showcased. Because I feel as if YouTube creators don't show that same appreciation for Descendants and Zombies that I have forever and always held close to my heart when it comes to uploading a video about Descendants and Zombies and showcasing these franchises for the greater value and the greater appreciation. I really wish more YouTube creators would see it the same way that I have over the last 10 years because ever since 2015 I've been uploading videos about Descendants and Zombies, and I get it. Somewhere out there tonight there is a girl watching this video on her phone and her tablet, and all she wants to do is watch the best Descendants and Zombies videos that she can find. Unfortunately for her, other YouTube creators don't see it that way. So when it comes to showcasing Clarke and Freya, Skye, Ruby Rose Turner for their true worth, they can never seem to do it because they don't know the first thing about what it takes to be a Clarke and fan or be dedicated to Freya, Skye like many of you are. Because let's face it, the reason why you're watching this video is because you're passionate about Freya, Skye and everything she represents. You idolize Freya because you think of Freya as your hero. And I have this to say to each and every one of you. I love Freya too, and there is nothing wrong with being a fan of Freya Skye. I think that everybody has taken something special away from their heroes they saw in Descendants and Zombies for the first time ever back in 2015. It all began with characters represented by Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson. They did a fabulous job bringing characters like Mel and Evie to life, and then it was carried over. The tradition was passed on to people like Clarke and and Malia Baker, who did a fabulous job bringing characters like Red and Chloe to life. And we all fell in love with their story, because I've always believed that everybody has a story out there. No matter who we are, we all have a story, and all we've ever wanted is for people to hear our story from our perspective and really understand us. And I've taken great pride and a passion in understanding every Descendants and Zombies fan for who they are and how they want this franchise to be represented and this story to be told. And all I've ever wanted is to be a part of something special, to be considered something special and a contribution to a franchise, if anything. And I guess my greatest contribution to Descendants and Zombies was in the form of YouTube videos where I reached a global audience for the first time ever in my life. I was always a radio show host ever since 1999. My first show premiered on August 15, 1999. And that was forever ago. But I never ever had the opportunity to reach such a revered audience who felt so passionate about whatever they were passionate about. And in this case, it happened because of Descendants and Zombies and had everything to do with how you guys felt very passionate about all these moments that you were fans of, these characters that you dearly fell in love with and very deeply fell in love with because you feel very passionate about them. Again, there is nothing wrong with that. Because I think we've all dreamed of being a part of a production like High School Musical ever since 2006. And when high schools finally got the license to perform in High School Musical productions, it was the greatest feeling in the world because you got to bring characters like Troy Bolton and Gabriela Montez to life for the first time ever. I think that we were all fans of whatever we were fans of with a very great reason that showed so much heart and dedication as to why we felt very passionate about it. For me, it was always creating content because I'm a YouTube creator and a very revered YouTube content creator at that because I have this uncanny ability to touch everybody's heart, and I would love to believe that by the end of this video, if anything, you will run away with a greater appreciation for Descendants and Zombies because that's all I've ever wanted anybody to have for anyone who may have ever watched any video that I've ever had the honor of uploading. Because there's a certain honor and a prestige that comes in every video that you upload. So if you're going to talk about Ruby Rose Turner, for instance, you showcase Ruby for how you truly believe Ruby should be showcased, because I really do believe that Ruby's story is far from having been told and completed when it comes to the Descendants franchise and a character as beautiful as what Bridget was. I can't lie, Bridget became my favorite character because she inspired me to be kinder to people I surround myself with. And I like to believe from the very first moment I saw the debut of this character back in 2024's Rise of Red premiere, I've become a better person because of what Ruby taught me. And that's how much further kindness can really take a person in this lifetime, because there's always somebody out there that just wants to be shown a little bit of extra kindness in their life because they may not be able to make sense of what may be happening around them. And I have a lot of people out there who watch these videos who may never be able to make sense of what's happening around them. And all I've ever wanted them to know is that everything is going to be okay, because we all have friends in our lifetime that we hold close, that we wish we could keep for forever, that seem to help us make sense of everything going on around us. Because we've never really needed a whole lot of friends. All we've really ever needed are a few good ones. And that's what we saw in the friendship between Ruby Rose Turner, Malia Baker, and Kylie Cantrell, because they were there for each other seemingly every step of the way, and they could help each other out of every situation and or predicament, and help each other make sense of everything going on around them. And I thought that was the most beautiful thing in the world. If there was one thing that I was going to feel passionate about, it was this trio and how passionate they felt about each other. And I wanted to showcase that in every video that I would go on to upload, because I know that there are so many people out there who feel very passionate about whatever they're passionate about. I have fans of Tangled subscribed here. I have fans of Phineas and Ferb subscribed here. I have fans of Wizards subscribed here. A lot of people are fans of Wizards Beyond Waverly Place. That's a cool show. For whatever reason you found my YouTube channel tonight, you are welcome to subscribe here, because I think that there is a heart bigger in everybody's body that is a fan of Descendants of Zombies than ever given credit for. You guys are incredible for how much heart and dedication you've shown to Descendants of Zombies, and you guys deserve to be honored. And I've just wanted to be a part of honoring you and honoring your legacies of your favorite stars the way they've forever and always been meant to be appreciated. Because when it comes to a D23 Expo and legends being considered as some of the youngest legends of all time, I think if Miley Cyrus belongs in this conversation, so too do your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, and they can share the same stage and be awarded the same accolades as people like Miley and Ashley seem to be rewarded all the time, because the conversation seems to always and forever revolve around the Miley Cyruses and the Taylor Swifts and the Ariana Grandes of the world. And you know something, throughout 2025, we did something about that, because we gave the spotlight more to these stars who deserve it more than anybody else in the world, and that be your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars. I've watched so many interviews of your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, and I've taken away a greater appreciation in every interview that I've ever watched about their favorite color, about their favorite movie, how Kylie Cantrell has never watched Shrek in her life, how Meg Donnelly's favorite color is orange, how Meg Donnelly battled with a lot of insecurities in her lifetime, but she was able to overcome it because of the love and support she got from every one of her fans because of her contribution to the Zombies franchise. I remember it all, and I felt so honored to be a part of it with each and every one of you, because I got to hear your stories about how you were a fan of Descendants of Zombies. Together we cried together, we laughed together, we shared in each other's stories about what made us fans of this incredible franchise, which both stories are far from having been told and completed, because we have so much to look forward to looking ahead to 2026. We have the upcoming premiere of Descendants 5 Book Wonderland. We have the premiere of Freya Skye's World Tour, which is going to be happening on February 6th. That will be the kickoff in Portland, Oregon. I spent a lot of time in Portland on one of the first radio shows I ever had the honor of co-hosting. It was a professional wrestling podcast a number of years ago, and I remember spending a lot of time in Portland. And during my time in Portland, I took away from Portland that the people in Portland were very honored to be a part of whatever they had the chance to be a part of. So I think this is going to be a moment in history when it comes to Freya Skye, given my time in Portland and my experiences in the Portland area. I think that this is going to be something special for Freya Skye to really experience, and I think it's going to be history for us to be a part of. Every concert date throughout the month of February 2026 for Freya is going to be a time to celebrate Freya's legacy, and I think she's going to celebrate that with each and every one of you. And I think it's the most powerful and most effective way to celebrate Freya's legacy, because we are setting up for something so spectacular for Freya Skye that is truly unbelievable. I can never seem to put into words how excited I am for the future of Freya, because when it comes to talking about one girl out there who has a success story yet to be written and yet to be told, it is Freya Skye. If we can have doc-series after doc-series popping up about Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, we can have the same thing happening for Freya Skye, because the one thing I get from Freya all the time is how appreciative Freya is of sharing these moments and experiencing these moments with each and every one of you. That was evident more than ever before at the Worlds Collide Tour when she was having these emotional breakdowns during her performance of Gold's Gone. Gold's Gone was a beautiful song, I can't lie. It was a song I very quickly fell in love with, and if I haven't listened to it 100 times, okay, I've listened to it 1,000 times. I thought it was a beautiful song. And the one thing that I appreciate about Freya more than anything else in the world that I could appreciate about Freya is that she's so young, but yet she's writing the most beautiful music that I've ever heard. She's just 16 years old, and Taylor Swift wasn't writing as beautiful as music as what Freya Skye is, just 16 years old. That truly puts into perspective and truly is a testament to what Freya Skye has accomplished and what she has yet to accomplish. You think about everything she's already accomplished. She's selling out every venue she has the opportunity to perform in. She sold out venues for the Worlds Collide Tour, all 43 arena dates, and now she's selling out tour dates across the board for the Stars Line Tour coming up in February 2026. The most amazing thing about this, you take a look at Freya Skye's performances at the Jingle Ball that blew your mind. She has so many opportunities where she has yet to blow our mind, and you think about all these spectacular performances she's already given, and think about what she has yet coming for her in her future. The most amazing thing about this future is we don't know what the future has in store when it comes to a star like Freya. All we know is that we are going to forever and always be in love with Freya and support her, and I would just love to be a part of that with each and every one of you. I would love to be the guy that announces Freya each and every single night as part of this Stars Line Tour, to have been the guy that would have announced her at the Worlds Collide Tour and crowd surfed with each and every one of you. I would have loved to have had the opportunity to sign your Descendants and Zombies hoodies, have my own autograph booth, you know, that guy on YouTube, Jonathan Clarke, hey, I watch you every night. It would have been a wonderful experience to have the opportunity to meet you guys in person, because you guys are the most dedicated fandom to who and what you love. And that's the one thing that I've never ever wanted any of you to ever forget when it comes to showcasing your appreciation for Descendants and Zombies. You guys are truly incredible. You are unlike any other fandom that I've ever experienced, because I experienced the fandoms of High School Musical, Hannah Montana from many moons ago. But I never saw that same appreciation or that same vibe that I got from the Descendants of Zombies fandom, because you guys are truly unbelievable. In comparison to your love and support for Descendants of Zombies, nothing ever comes close to how much you've loved this fandom, how much you have forever and always supported the stars that you've known for pretty much your entire lives, because many of you grew up as fans of Descendants of Zombies ever since the age of 7 years old. And you're still fans of Descendants of Zombies to this very day, and still the best of friends with the people you became best of friends with because of Descendants of Zombies. And that is the most beautiful thing in the world, and that deserves to be respected. If you haven't already figured it out or noticed, nobody tells the story of Descendants of Zombies quite like Jonathan Clarke. Jonathan Clarke has a very different way of telling this story, because I have a greater appreciation for fairy tale characters like Cinderella and Alice in Wonderland, because I've heard these stories, if not 1,000 times, at least 100 times throughout the course of my lifetime. And each time that I've heard whatever version of Alice in Wonderland or Cinderella that I had the honor and the privilege of hearing, I took away a greater appreciation for it, for the friendships, how Cinderella may have had a dream to find true love at the grand ball that she had the opportunity of attending, because everybody has a dream of attending the grand ball and finding Mr. Right and falling in love with them. I don't care who you are. Everybody has a dream like that. And I think everybody deserves to have that dream become a reality, because the reality of life is, even with how far a dream seems to be away from a person, you are that much closer to any dream that you've ever had or ever set out to accomplish than you ever seem to realize. It just takes you to sit back and really put your life into perspective. And as you guys get older, you will understand exactly what I'm saying, because there is no greater feeling in the world than realizing that a dream finally becomes a reality, and you're sitting back and realize that this is finally happening for you. Like how I wanted to create a YouTube channel and reach a global audience. I had no idea I was going to do it through Descendants and Zombies fandom, but it happened for me, and it happened for me overnight. That was so crazy about it, was that it happened overnight. I mean, I should be out celebrating the New Year tonight, but I've chosen to celebrate it with each and every one of you because of how much heart and dedication you've shown for not only Descendants of Zombies, but for this YouTube channel. It's been the greatest honor of my life, and I have never had this much fun in my entire life than I've had creating Descendants of Zombies videos. I know that there are YouTube creators out there that don't have that same appreciation that I've always showcased for Descendants of Zombies, and they never will. because they've never taken the time to understand Descendants of Zombies the way that I have and tell this story in such a unique way, because nobody could ever tell this story as authentically as what I've been able to tell it. And over the last at least 10 years, for the better part of a decade, or at least half of that decade, I've told this story in so many unique ways that people couldn't help but fall in love with, because they wanted to take a chance on happily ever happening for them and forever becoming a reality. Because I just want to let you guys know that even though it seems impossible, forever can happen for everybody, and one can find true love, because that was always the emphatic message that we took away from Descendants of Zombies every single time, no matter if it was through the love story of Zed and Addison's characters, or the characters from Descendants: The Rise of Red, Chloe and Red, and their beautiful friendship, because not only were they having a beautiful friendship to experience because of the Rise of Red on camera, off of camera, they were there every step of the way for each other, helping everybody make sense of everything going on around them. And they have forever remained the best of friends. I don't care about how many ridiculous rumors I read about Malia Baker and Kylie Contrell unfollowing each other on Twitter or Instagram, whatever social media platforms are popular. You guys know what social media platforms are popular more than what I ever have. I've just signed up for whatever was cool at the time, and YouTube seemed to be one that I had an incredible reach on, and people understood me more because of, so it had everything to do with each and every one of you. Thank you so much for that. You guys know what's up. And the thing about the Descendants of Zombies fans that I think is so cool too is that you're very passionate about wanting to learn how to draw your favorite characters or collect your Descendants of Zombies dolls. This fandom is incredibly supportive of whatever they're passionate about, and if you are a fan of Descendants of Zombies who have never experienced the Descendants of Zombies fandom, I invite you to become a part of it, because it will be an experience unlike anything you've ever experienced in your lifetime. I know this firsthand, because I was a loser before Descendants of Zombies fans became a part of my life. You guys took my career and you turned it around for the better, because now I sit at home and I create Descendants of Zombies videos every night for the rest of my life. And even if it means that I have to upload videos about Descendants of Zombies every night for the rest of my life to get every fan of Descendants of Zombies to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because they see something special in these videos or in the Descendants of Zombies franchise alone. Because as far as I'm concerned, Descendants of Zombies stands alone in a category of its own, because nothing ever comes close to the comparison that could be made between Descendants of Zombies or any other fandom out there. I don't care what fandom you put up against this. There are millions of fans of Descendants of Zombies who have come together to truly create something special and be a part of something special for forever and always. I think I've never been able to choose between the two, because Descendants of Zombies have an equal number of impressive fans who have never had that quit on you attitude. This is incredible, because this never say die, never quit on you attitude is something that I've always wanted to relay on this YouTube channel in terms of an emphatic message, because I've always believed that if you never quit on whoever or whatever you believe in, only magic can happen. There's just something so magical about the Descendants of Zombies fandom and how incredibly supportive you guys are of your favorite stars. And it's just so incredible. It's just so unbelievable, the impact that you guys have had forever and always on my heart. And I can never seem to say thank you enough for everybody who have forever and always been here with me from the very beginning. Because there are so many YouTube creators that try to create content about Descendants of Zombies, and they fail drastically at doing it, because they can never seem to grasp the greater appreciation or truly understand the greater appreciation that comes with being a fan of Descendants of Zombies. And that's all I've ever wanted to relay in every video that I've ever uploaded about Descendants of Zombies, or ever may have attempted to upload about Descendants of Zombies, because this happened for me seemingly overnight. I just uploaded one Descendants of Zombies video back in 2015, and everything just exploded. And I went away for a couple of years. I came back and then just started uploading Descendants of Zombies content at random on a regular basis, and I established consistency, and I made a promise to each and every one of you, and it's a promise that I've carried with me for forever, which has been to upload one Descendants of Zombies video every day for the rest of my life, even if that meant moving into a residence near a soda plantation and a chemical plant that could explode at any given moment, and living your life in fear of your local soda plantation or chemical plant exploding at any given moment never gets easy. I would recommend that you try it, or you could just leave it to a professional like me, because I'm seemingly the only guy crazy enough to ever do that. And living your life in fear of zombies coming in through your window every night because you're living your life in fear of a zombie apocalypse breaking out at any given moment, that also never gets easy. And living in a haunted house never gets easy. But that's what makes every video so cool, is that you know that at the end of every video, or at least halfway through your video, even if it's at least once, you put a smile on everybody's face because of how you felt about Descendants of Zombies, and you shared your story with that person who is just as big of a fan or supporter of Descendants of Zombies. Guys, Seriously, thank you so much. I hope that 2026 has every dream that you've ever had become a reality for each and every one of you, and it's a prosperous year at that. I hope you're spending the new year with people you love, and you're surrounding yourself with more people that you love every single time you have the chance to, because I've always believed that moments like these are only ever meant to happen once in every lifetime, and these moments should forever and always be cherished, and they should forever and always be celebrated, which is why I will never ever forget the profound impact and imprint that Descendants and Zombies has forever and always left on my heart. I will never forget any of you, and I look forward to being a part of your 2026 and sharing in even more memories that we have yet to create for more fans of Descendants and Zombies. I would love for every fan of Descendants and Zombies to subscribe here to this YouTube channel. I know it will take forever for every fan of Descendants and Zombies to find this YouTube channel, click on one of my thumbnails, and eventually subscribe to this YouTube channel, because you've got to present a case and a point as to why somebody should subscribe here to this YouTube channel. I pretty much leave it up to you guys, the viewer of the video. And it's up to you if you want to subscribe here, but I would highly recommend that you do, because nobody on YouTube has this much of a greater appreciation for Descendants and Zombies. They have showcased in over 750 plus videos. They have gone on to upload and eventually touched the heart of every single person who has ever watched at least one of these videos who may have been a fan of Descendants and Zombies and who love Freya Skye so much. Because I know out there somewhere in this really big universe, even with how big this universe seems to be, there is a fan of Descendants and Zombies who all they've ever wanted to do is watch a really cool video of Descendants and Zombies. And I'd like to believe that some way or somehow I've gotten through to that person and I've given them the video they can watch and they can find time and appreciating. Having said that, happy 2026, happy new year to everybody watching this video. We have so much conversation to get to. I will return bright and early tomorrow morning with a brand new video about Descendants and Zombies as we kick off 2026. An incredible year that I predict huge things for happening for Descendants and Zombies fans, and I'm just excited to be a part of that future with each and every one of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to have spent an incredible 2025 with each and every one of you, a year that I will never ever forget because of each and every one of you, profiling events like the Worlds Collide Tour and the premiere of Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, Freya Skye's EP premiere. We did it all in 2025, and we have so much to look ahead for in 2026, and I'm just so excited to be a part of that with each and every one of you. Thank you so much for having accepted me as part of this Descendants and Zombies fandom, which has been an incredible journey I feel like I've been on for my entire life. I will never ever forget this profound impact you guys have forever and always had on my heart, and we have so much conversation to get to. We will pick up right where we left off bright and early tomorrow morning. I look forward to having even more conversations with fans of Descendants and Zombies. If you have not subscribed here, you're probably going to want to do that. Don't forget to hit my subscribe button, to hit my like button, and to ring my bell for every single time that I upload a video about the Descendants and Zombies fandom, because you guys are what's up. You guys are the greatest fans in the world, and I'm so excited to be a part of 2026, celebrating in all these incredible moments we've been a part of as part of the Descendants and Zombies fandom. I'm so excited to be a part of this future with each and every one of you. Thank you so much for having watched this video.